That's it then. The 2024-25 Premier League season is officially in the books, and it was one to remember for Arne Slot and Liverpool. Few people fancied the Reds to win the title in the Dutchman's first year at the helm. But Slot handled the unenviable task of slipping into Jurgen Klopp's sizable shoes with ease to make history at the expense of Arsenal, who have to make do with silver for a third successive year. Then it got interesting. After a frenetic final day, Manchester City, Chelsea and Newcastle booked themselves their spots in the Champions League. Aston Villa will feel aggrieved after a controversial refereeing decision cost them at Manchester United, and they now have to make do with the Europa League. Things at the bottom have been decided for months. The three who came up are going straight back down. In truth, Leicester, Southampton, and Ipswich have struggled to put up much of a fight. We've had some shining lights, as we always do, in England's top flight. Some have come out of nowhere, others have been as brilliant as usual. Equally, we've had individuals who have massively underwhelmed. Come on, who gave him a shot? To go into a mega club, following a legend, and then winning the title by an absolute country mile. What a story. He has done it brilliantly too, managing the squad, fitness, and overseeing incredible consistency. I am sick and tired of managers saying they are going to stick to their principles. What? At the expense of results? If you do not have the players to play a certain formation, then change. It is a weakness and inflexibility, not a strength. He has underperformed to whole new levels. Goals, assists, and highlights. I love the way he has taken his game to new levels. Just brilliant. He has lit up the Premier League. I love this player. And it also allows me to give a big hat tip to Bournemouth for a terrific season. Bought for a modest price, sold to Real Madrid for £50 million. What a season. Biggest disappointment. Seeing the bottom three go down again. That's 2 years running. That impacts on the Premier League. The top 5 has been supremely competitive. The bottom 3 boring, predictable, and hopeless. That is what you get when the gap is too big. It's a huge worry for all. I excuse Ipswich as they gave it a go, but even they fell so short. What a signing. £12 million from Fiorentina, one of the best stories of the season. I'd have him in my team of the year. Uncompromising, strong, and defiant. Terrific. Incredible player for Forest. I've done about 6 double takes to check it was just last summer and the price. Brilliant business. I want to be absolutely clear here. I like Calafiori, and I think he's such a good player, even though Arsenal spent £42 million on a player with a bad injury record. But Arsenal bought a left-back when they already had left-backs coming out of their ears. And they needed a striker. Any striker. Just a striker. And they signed a left-back. That is why Arsenal fell short. Awful transfer business. Biggest moment. Mo Salah celebrating the title at Anfield in front of the Kop. Just beautiful. 5 years ago, there were no fans. This time it was for the fans. What a great season and story. I'll be clear. My team of the year was Liverpool, but I've given them manager, player, and moment. I want to celebrate Palace and their FA Cup win. Amazing. To win against one of the teams in English football history in Manchester City is just sensational. But it was the fans. Oliver Glasner. They turned Wembley blue and red. What an upset. They wrote their name into FA Cup folklore and won the first trophy in their history. I loved it. Came in to replace Jurgen Klopp. Big shoes to fill, but he didn't walk in the Germans' path. He created his own and took Liverpool to the Premier League title. Few candidates, but how Southampton went down without a fight after he replaced Russell Martin was, quite frankly, pathetic. Doubt we will see him in England again. Only one winner. Outstanding goal return, loads of assists, and one of the main reasons Liverpool are champions of England. Didn't look like that smart of a signing last season when he joined from Bayern Munich and had little impact. But in his new no-6 role under Arne Slot, he became one of the best players this season in the Premier League. After his breakthrough last season, we expected so much from the player who scored in the FA Cup final and started for England in the Euros final. But injuries, manager change, and a struggle to fit into a new system has seen him struggle for most of the campaign. We'll be hoping to bounce back next term. Signed for £12 million from Juventus and sold for £50 million already to Real Madrid. From a financial perspective, it couldn't have been a better move from Bournemouth, but the Spain defender was also brilliant this season for the Cherries. Freedom, he said about Marcus Rashford's move to Aston Villa, but he didn't use his own freedom to prove Manchester United wrong, and now Chelsea are going to pay £5 million to buy him.